In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 8, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best bet single picks, best bet parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Tulsa versus Houston. The Tulsa Golden Hurricane make the trip to Houston to take on the number 2 ranked team in the country, the Houston Cougars, at the Fertitta Center on Wednesday in a conference showdown. Tulsa has lost the last 3 games versus Houston, including an 89-50 defeat at home this season. Houston shot an impressive 59% from the field in the rout. The Golden Hurricane have lost 7 straight versus the Cougars in Houston, and they are winless on the road this season. Tulsa has lost 4 straight overall and has won only once in the last 12 games. Houston has won 4 straight after dropping only their second game of the season to Temple at home. They are 12-2 at home. Tulsa is 7-20 against the spread in their last 27 road games and 4-16-1 against the spread in their last 21 Wednesday games. The over is 9-2 in Tulsa's last 11 games. Houston is 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 Wednesday games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 home games. The over is 4-0 in Houston's last 4 games. The home team is 5-1 against the spread in these 2 teams' last 6 head-to-head meetings. Tulsa comes into this meeting with only 1 conference win so far and has allowed at least 76 points in 5 straight games. Houston has won 4 games in a row and has only lost 2 games this year. Houston is the much better team in this matchup, and they should roll to a victory, but 26.5 points is a ton of points to cover. I expect Houston to get up big and then take their foot off of the gas pedal in the second half. So the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Golden Hurricane are averaging 69 points per game and 67 points per game on the road. They averaged 58 points per game in their last 3 games against the Cougars. They play at a fast pace, averaging 72.2 possessions per game, and they're facing a team that is giving up 53 points per game at home, so expect them to be held under their average in this game. The Cougars are averaging 75 points per game and 76 points per game at home. They averaged 80 points per game in their last 3 games against the Golden Hurricane. They play at a slower pace, averaging 66 possessions per game. Even though the Golden Hurricane are giving up 78 points per game on the road, they gave up 83 points per game in their last 5 road games and 89 points at home in their first game against the Cougars, so expect Houston to score enough points to push the score past the total. The Cougars and Golden Hurricane played over the total in 3 of their last 4 meetings. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Tech versus Oklahoma State. The Oklahoma State Cowboys will be going for their 4th consecutive win when they face the Texas Tech Red Raiders on Wednesday night. The Cowboys are coming off a 79-73 win over TCU as 4.5-point favorites. The Red Raiders are coming off an 89-62 loss to Baylor as 9.5-point underdogs. Oklahoma State and Texas Tech split their last 10 meetings. The Red Raiders are 3-9-1 against the spread in their last 13 road games and 3-7-1 against the spread in their last 11 games overall. The Cowboys are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 home games and 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The over is 13-4-1 in Red Raiders' last 18 overall. The over is 4-0 in Cowboys' last 4 overall. The underdog is 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 meetings. Texas Tech has only covered the spread in 3 of its last 10 games. Oklahoma State has covered in 5 of its last 6, and the Cowboys have more to play for. With 3 straight wins, the Cowboys have planted themselves firmly on the bubble for an NCAA tournament bid. They have 1 month remaining to pad their resume in Big 12 play. They know they can't afford a loss to Texas Tech at this point in the season. Their defense has been one of the best in the country all year long, and it's at its best at home in Stillwater. The Cowboys have a big rebounding advantage, and they will be able to score enough against this mediocre Texas Tech defense to pull away. Oklahoma State is making a run for the big dance, and they've got a chance to win a 4th game in a row for the first time this season. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Oklahoma State has tremendous interior defense and defensive rebounding. There won't be any easy buckets or second chance points against the Big 12's best shot blocking and rebounding team. The Red Raiders will have to shoot over the top of this defense, but that's no easy task either, as Oklahoma State is 15th in the country at three-point defense. Both teams play at an adjusted tempo well outside of the top 100 according to KenPom, so I don't expect them to rack up a lot of fast break points either. The Cowboys should be able to score more consistently than Texas Tech, but the Cowboys don't shoot well from the outside, so both point totals should remain pretty low. It's not out of the norm to see a score in the 50s when Oklahoma State plays. Don't be surprised to see it on Wednesday. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Oklahoma versus Baylor. A pair of Big 12 teams collide on the hardwood in search of a victory in the Lone Star State. The Oklahoma Sooners are on the road as they travel to take on the number 14 Baylor Bears Wednesday night. Oklahoma was routed 93-61 on the road by West Virginia in their previous game Saturday, failing to cover the line as a 5.5-point underdog. Baylor cruised to an easy 89-62 home win over Texas Tech in their previous game Saturday, covering the line as a 9.5-point favorite. In the all-time series between the schools, the Sooners own a 44-22 advantage, though the Bears have won 9 of the last 10 meetings. That includes a 62-60 road win in the first meeting this season on January 21st. Oklahoma is 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7 games overall and 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7 games against a team with a winning record, while the over is 6-2 in their last 8 games overall. Baylor is 5-2-1 against the spread in their last 8 games overall and 3-8-1 against the spread in their last 12 games following an against the spread win, while the over is 6-2 in their last 8 games overall. Baylor has owned Oklahoma in the last few seasons, and things don't look to be that different here. Oklahoma followed up their big upset win over number 2 Alabama by getting beaten by Oklahoma State by 10 at home and then getting waxed by West Virginia. Now they have to go on the road and face a Bears team in Waco, where Baylor has gone 11-2 this season. Oklahoma hung tough in the first meeting this season, but that game came in Norman. The Sooners are only 1-5 on the road this season, losing their last 3 by a combined 75 points. Now, we're not saying Baylor is going to win by 25 points here, but they should dispatch the Sooners fairly easily. Oklahoma's just really struggled in their last few games and just can't use their defense to hold teams down anymore. Baylor is still a strong team despite some issues here and there, and even if it's more of a fate of Oklahoma more than anything else. So the Baylor Bears to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Oklahoma has seen the over post a 12-11 mark in their games this season. The Sooners are 50th in offensive efficiency, 57th in defensive efficiency, and 41st in effective field goal percentage this season. They are 267th in turnover percentage and 328th in offensive rebounding percentage on the year. Oklahoma is a very slow-paced team as they are 303rd in adjusted tempo according to KenPom with 64.7 possessions a night. Baylor comes into this one having seen the over hit in 12 of their 23 games on the season in relation to the total. The Bears are 3rd in offensive efficiency and 74th in defensive efficiency on the season according to KenPom. Baylor is 73rd in effective field goal percentage and 11th in offensive rebounding percentage this season. The Bears are an average team in tempo as they are 179th in that category with 67.1 possessions a night on the year. In the first meeting, the teams totaled only 122 points. This game likely has more offense, though it likely follows the pattern in the series. 8 of the last 10 meetings have ended up short of the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.